Hello, hello, true CMOS wellness community. How is everybody doing? My name is Tiffany. Welcome. Come on in, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and specifically, have you ever had CMOS before? Let me go ahead, just make sure my sound is okay before we get started. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. Okay, let me just see. Just want to double check. Give me 1 second. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Just let me know, give me a thumbs up or a yes in the comment section. Okay, I think we're good. So let's get started. Let me know in the comment section where you're tuning in from, if you've ever had CMOS before, or if you've ever even heard of CMOS before. This is our little wellness community, and welcome in. I am so excited to share the benefits that I've been feeling with True CMOS and CMOS. If you've never tried CMOS before, we are going to go over some of the basics as to why CMOS is amazing for you. And we are going to also go over how I've been loving it when first started it. I've been on CMOS for about 5.5 months now. And the reason why I into taking CMOS, we'll get into that in a minute. Just real quickly, I am not a medical professional, and just be be advised that I am just really giving you informational content just so you guys can be aware of some of the benefits that I've been feeling, some of the benefits my family has been feeling. And truly, it has been life changing. We have been so excited. I am so excited to come on here and talk with you guys and kind of get you motivated to maybe you want to start your wellness journey. Maybe you want to try CMOS as well. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Tiffany. I am 45. Just giving you a little backstory. I have two boys. One is 18, one is 27. I've been married to my husband for 25 years. I am in that perimenopause kind of stage, and I had started trying CMOS because I actually wasn't feeling right. I was feeling very depleted. My energy was really, really low. I was really feeling like my body was really lacking something. So, going to the doctor, I did go ahead and get some blood work done. And he was telling me that my thyroid levels were actually low, and they were slowing. So when that happens, your hormones are kind of out of whack. You were feeling really tired. I was getting a lot of hair shedding, among other situations with hormones, with menstrual cycles. And I just felt like I wanted to research some natural ways to jumpstart my thyroid and to really help my metabolism. I did my own research, you guys, and CMOS kept coming up. And I was like, I don't know if I want to take CMOS. It sounds a little weird. But time and time again, I've been seeing all of these reviews and all these testimonials about why CMOS has been helping everybody. And it has been absolutely life changing. So I'm going to get into some of the reasons why. I'm also going to talk about some of my favorite ways to take sea moss. In fact, I have some tea steeping here, and we are actually going to use some of my favorite gel, and this is actually a brand new flavor. And this is the pumpkin gel. Now, if you guys want to shop, in the comment, in the little description, you will see Amazon storefront for True Sea Moss. And you guys can go there and shop all of the products that I'm talking about, and you can grab them over there. If you have trouble, just let me know and I can kind of let you guys know and remind you. I also have my storefront in there if you guys want to take a look as well. So let's get started. I'm actually going to put up this other little video for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I do not mind trying to answer them for you. And if I don't know the answer, the next time I'm live, I 100% have that answer for you. I know that CMOS can be a little bit overwhelming, and you may not know some of the benefits to it, and you're like, why is she talking about like this sea vegetable? I'm not understanding it. It is becoming more and more popular. But this has been something around for centuries. In fact, they used it back in the day for Irish famine, potato famine, and they actually added it into their recipes and things like that to help people feel more full and also for the nutritional content. They also used to use it in the Caribbean for medicinal properties. They still use it today. So this has been around for a very long time. And this is just starting to be talked about more and more. You probably hear about some of these celebrities with skinny smoothies. I will tell you, sea moss can help you feel more full. It can help you with weight loss. It can also help you replace those minerals and vitamins that your body is lacking. But you also have to put the work in. Consistency is the key. And even though it can help you with bloat and it can help you with moving things along efficiently, it's definitely not going to make you skinny overnight, but it is going to replenish your vitamins and minerals naturally. It's going to give you the tools you need to go ahead and start your wellness journey. And I hope you guys do follow along. Make sure you are following the True Sea Moss YouTube channel. This way you can be also notified when we do go live again. We have a couple little different creators here. We're kind of new to doing this, and I hope you guys are really going to enjoy it. Along the way, you're going to find people who work out. You're going to find some scientific information. You're going to have us have to give you some recipes and know how to use your sea moss. In fact, we're going to do that in a few minutes with just melting it into some really delicious tea. But there are so many ways you can go ahead and take your sea moss, and it is not hard to do. Sea moss has over 92 essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs, and your body needs 102. So these items have over 92 minerals and vitamins in every single serving. That is actually really, really incredible. And if you guys are not interested in, say, um, in say the gels, I understand that can definitely be something that is an acquired taste, especially for the texture, and we'll show you in a minute. But they have all these other items. You can look back there. They have capsules, they have gummies, they even have soap if you want to use it topically. And we're going to go over and show you some of these things and talk about them as well. And I'll even give you my favorites. But simply the reason why I started also is because I have been feeling the benefits. I am one of these people that if I am not seeing results, if it's not good or if it's hard to do, I'm out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stay consistent with it. And this is something, the first thing that I actually started feeling like I can stick with. 5.5 months in, my sleep has never been better. And I've always struggled with sleep. My hormones are much more level. I don't feel like I have that rage when you have PMS like the week before. My cycles have been getting lighter. I know a little TMI, but this is the fact of life. And this is something that's been helping me. I've also felt like I have gotten my energy back, which is so important. When you are feeling like you have to take a nap in the middle of the day, there is something wrong there. Either you're not getting enough sleep or you don't have the proper nutrients to help you balance your sleep. And CMOS can actually help you with all of that. So let's go ahead and switch over to this other scene. And we are going to go over some of the top reasons why CMOS is amazing, why it's going to work for you, and why it's actually worked for me. I'm also going to go over some of my favorite products and actually my current way that I am really loving using CMOS. So let's go ahead and roll this video. We'll go over it together. So it's top CMOS benefits. Also, make sure you are consulting your physician, your doctor before starting any kind of new supplement. It's just the right thing to do, especially if you do have you're on other medications. You want to make sure they're not interacting with them, and you also want to make sure that it's something safe for you to use, especially if you do have some sort of like thyroid issue or something along that line. Although CMOS is incredible for your thyroid health and your hormone health, taking too much or taking it if you have underlying conditions like a hyperthyroid may not be the best option for you. So always consult your physician, your doctor, just to make sure that it is safe for you to use. CMOS is actually good for everybody. Your children can use it. Even your pets can use it. In fact, our friend Katie that you guys saw the other night has a beautiful Great Dane, and she actually comes on here and makes CMOS little biscuits and little treats for him. So you guys might want to tune in for that. I'm sure she'll be doing that with you guys. But you can take this at pretty much any age. Again, just make sure it's safe for you to use. So let's go ahead and read about some of this. Sea moss is also known as Irish moss. It's a type of red algae that is rich in minerals. Some of the key minerals found in sea moss include calcium, which is awesome for your essential bone health, iodine, which is crucial for thyroid function. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function. Magnesium is like nature's calm. If you guys also struggle with some sort of like anxiety or really calming, especially the evening the time, in your sleep, you actually might be lacking some magnesium. I actually found out I was because my sleep was off. I felt kind of more anxiety normal than usual. My muscles and my legs, like restless legs, was really acting up. And I really do feel like my body was actually lacking that magnesium. Um, Also, a high in iron, essential for the oxygen transport in your body. Zinc plays the role in immune function and wound healing. Potassium supports electrolyte balance and heart health. Phosphorus, essential for bone and tooth health. Manganese, an antioxidant that supports metabolism. Selenium is an antioxidant that protects cells from damage. And copper plays a role in iron absorption and enzyme function. These are all things that are in this incredible sea moss, you guys. Um, we also have some really awesome vitamins in here, and we'll explain those too. So, sea moss contains numerous vitamins, including vitamins A, C, and K, B2, B5, B6, and folate. The specific nutrient levels can vary depending on the type of seaweed quality. And I will point this out really quickly. True Sea Moss specifically is an incredible company, you guys. They stand behind their products. They also do third party testing, which is absolutely essential when it's coming to your health needs. You want to make sure whatever you are taking is third party tested. A lot of these other brands do not do that, so you don't even know what's really in this. You also want to make sure that they are sourcing their products from sustained, really clean, pristine waters and natural waters. Like True Sea Moss is mostly um, taken from like the Nha Trang Bay in Vietnam, and they are marine protected waters, really crisp, clean. They really do care about where they're getting their ingredients and everything like that. Some of these companies are actually pool growing their sea moss, which means they're fake growing it. They're adding bleach to make it look better. They're adding like food dyes. They're adding sugars to them. They're adding vitamins and minerals. There's nothing natural about that. And I just don't feel like if you're going to take something that's a health food product, you get what you pay for. And you also want to make sure that they are transparent as to where they're getting their sea moss products from and what they're using them for, their blends, why they're doing that, what's in their products, where they're made. In fact, True Sea Moss, their products are made in the USA. Yes, they do source some of their products around the world. Specifically on the coast of the Nha Trang Bay in Vietnam is where they're getting their sea moss. And I'll show you some of the raw sea moss in a minute. Um, but they really do care about quality, and they also make their batches of like their gels and things in smaller batches. So when you do get your products, you are going to taste the difference. It doesn't taste like they've been on a shelf for very long. It's not overly sweet because they're not adding sugars. They look like the actual fruit that they're putting in there. It is absolutely incredible. In fact, they use no food dyes. They do not add sugars. Everything is 100% natural in here, which actually means a lot to me because I want to make sure that what I'm putting in my body for a health food item, especially this superfood, is 100% going to be what's on this earth already, not what is being man-made or artificially made. There makes no sense to do that. Okay, so let's go over some of the vitamins again. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in that chat box for me. Vitamin A, found in the form of beta carotene, which is actually really good for your skin and your hair and your nails. Vitamin C contributes to immune system function, which is really actually pretty awesome. Like I said, they have been using sea moss specifically for nutritional content, but they've also been using it for medicinal properties. They've been using it for cold and flu. In fact, that nice mucilagenic effect that we talk about, and we'll dive deeper into that in some of these other live streams, really helps to loosen the mucus in your mucous membranes and really helps to have you get rid of that mucus that might be making you all stuffy in your sinuses or really congested in your chest. It really does help get rid of that quicker because it's loosening it for you. So sea moss has been around for a really long time, especially used for cold and flu. It gives you the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to actually fight off cold and flu. So it's really pretty an amazing superfood, you guys. I don't think anybody really realized it that this is kind of a magical kind of thing. It really does wonders for your body, for your mind, and really does work on your overall well-being. Vitamin K, important for blood clotting and bone health. Vitamin B's is including your vitamin B2, your B3, B5, and B9. And B12 are all also in sea moss, and vitamin E is in trace amounts. So let's go into this a little bit deeper, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. I'll start showing you some of the other things. So, supports your thyroid health. Sea moss is rich in iodine, an essential mineral for the thyroid gland to produce hormones that regulate metabolism. So, if your metabolism is slowing, if you're finding out, like myself, that I was gaining weight for no apparent reason, I really wasn't doing anything differently to actually warrant that weight gain. I also was feeling super tired. I felt like my hormones were just not right. My thyroid started slowing, and my blood work going to the doctor showed it. So, if you were feeling anything like that, get your thyroid checked. First of all, make sure you go to your doctor, but also go ahead and maybe try some sea moss. It has that high iodine content, which can actually help support your thyroid and your metabolism as well. Let's see. Um, you have boost immune system packed with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. Sea moss helps strengthen your immune system, which is perfect for this time of year. Everybody's passing around germs. Enhances energy levels. Its iron content helps the body produce red blood cells, which are crucial for transporting oxygen to the brain and muscles, thereby supporting energy. I actually am a little anemic just due to heavier menstrual cycles, TMI, sorry. But you're going to get a lot of that here. So if you guys want to learn a lot about that, we are truthful and we're being honest. So a lot of those things are not very comfortable things to talk about, but I think it's something important to talk about some of these uncomfortable subjects. But yes, I do have like heavier menstrual cycles, which is going to affect my iron levels, and that is why I'm a little bit anemic. And sea moss can help replenish the iron that is lost, which is helping with my energy support as well. Rich in antioxidants, sea moss contains antioxidants, which helps protect the body's cells from damage caused by free radicals. These compounds can help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. Some studies suggest they may offer benefits for immune, heart, and brain health. Well, that's pretty incredible, you guys. And like I said, we're just doing an overview. We are definitely going to dive deeper into some of these subjects as well. Support your gut health. The fiber content in sea moss promotes a healthy gut, which is linked to overall health. Sea moss contains prebiotics, which are non digestible carbohydrates that feed beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria can help improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and boost the immune system. Also, if your gut health is not right, you are going to feel it overall. You are going to start feeling bloated. You are not going to feel like you are getting rid of the toxins and waste that your body needs to get rid of. It's going to hold on to that, and it's going to make you feel bloated. It's going to also affect like your the way you look. You might have some acne. You might actually feel like you are sick, like you're feeling nauseous. It could really affect your moods. In fact, your overall health starts in your gut. So you really want to start repairing that to go ahead and feel better as well. Um, so it aids in weight management. The high fiber content in sea moss can increase the feelings of fullness, which may help with weight loss by reducing overeating. That is me. I like to munch, and I'm not going to lie. I definitely like to snack along the day, and that can actually add up. That's probably even worse than having like 3 meals a day. But it really is helping with making me feel more full. I feel like I can control my portions a lot better, and it really is helpful for overeating. Absolutely. Let's see. So we also have promotes heart health. Sea moss as a source of omega-3 fatty acids. Sea moss can support cardiovascular health by helping to balance cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease. My cholesterol was actually a little bit high. You guys, I'm Italian. So we love to cook, we like food. And this is another way I'm trying to really healthify some of the things we're making as well. And we're going to do that together. Improve skin health. So, nutrients in sea moss can hydrate the skin, increase elasticity, reduce inflammation, and promote healing with cell renewal. If you are over 40, let me know in the comments. Definitely recognize my hair changing, my skin changing, my overall kind of glow was really lacking. And that was not a fun thing to see. So adding sea moss into your diet can actually help hydrate and really give you that glow back because you're adding those nutrients in that your skin and your hair needs. The hair shedding, I will say, my hair has not been shedding as much as it was. Again, going into that age of around 45, having a little bit of a thyroid issue is not helpful when it comes to hair growth and hair health and skin and nail health. So you definitely want to make sure that you're adding that nutrients in and make sure that you are getting those proper nutrients to support your hair, skin, and your nails. Also aids in muscle and collagen building. So sea moss contains amino acids, which are essential for building muscle and producing collagen, a key component of skin, bones, and connective tissue. As we age, we lose that collagen, that elasticity in our skin, where you might see your skin being a little more saggy, a little more crepey, and not kind of like bouncing back. You definitely need collagen in your everyday life to make sure that you're holding on to it, to make sure your skin really does have that youthful glow and look as well. Let's see. So we also have may improve blood sugar management. The fiber in sea moss may help improve insulin sensitivity and support better blood sugar control. So another fun fact about myself, I do struggle with PCOS. I have my entire life. And just as an adult started realizing that honestly. And my blood sugar levels do tend to fluctuate a lot, especially with that having insulin resistance. So if you are somebody who does struggle with that, you may want to try sea moss. It does help to balance out your blood sugar levels and really keeps from the high of not having enough sugar to the low and really keeping it more balanced as well. So if that's something you struggle with, you actually might want to try this also. Okay. So some popular True Sea Moss products, and they're always coming out with new ones, you guys. I figured I would take this little video for you so you guys can see them up close and personal, and I can show you some of them as well. So we have our raw sea moss here, which is kind of like the star ingredient, obviously, in all of this. So they have a couple different types. They have the sun-dried one, which I don't have here, but they have this one as well. So just so you see what sea moss actually looks like when they go ahead and they packaged it up, this is what it looks like up close. And you can see the salt and see the sand on there, and it definitely feels like they haven't even rinsed it. And that's okay because that's exactly what we want. We want to make sure that it is not processed. We want to make sure that it is really, really nice packaged. And what you're going to do, and let me just pause the video real quickly. Let's go back a minute. You can see on the back of the bag here, it tells you how to actually make your raw sea moss. And essentially what you're going to be making is your own gels, which is actually really fun to do. We can do that on live together if you guys are interested. So you take about a handful like this, and you want to make sure that you rinse it really, really well. Like really get the sand and the salt out of there. Make sure that you don't feel or see any little barnacles or seaweed that might be left in with the sea moss. Rinse it really, really well, and then you want to put it in a bowl of clean water, and you want to soak it for about 48 hours. At that point, this is going to be like triple the size. You're going to see that it has like a very slimy kind of texture to it, which is exactly what you want. That is that mucilagenic kind of texture that we keep talking about. And then you also want to go ahead after you rinse it again and put it back in the water. Make sure that it's really absorbed and really definitely nice and almost like brought back to life, if you will. You're going to get like a small little blender, put that in with some liquid and blend it up. Essentially, what you are going to be making is your wild crafted sea moss gel. So basically, you're making your own when you buy that wild crafted raw sea moss. You're making your own gel. This is actually the one that is unflavored, which is really good. The unflavored one has an awesome texture to it, really smooth, but it has no like fruit flavor or anything behind it. It is strictly just sea moss and a little bit, I think they put a little lemon or lime in here, and a little monk fruit. That's it. So you can go ahead and add this into any of your recipes, whether it's your soups, your stews, whether it's adding into salad dressings or anything along that line. And it is actually not going to change the flavor of what you're making. It's going to enhance it. It's almost like adding salt into your whatever you're making. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. So it does have like this really nice texture to it. And this has been out of the refrigerator for a little bit. Of course, you want to make sure you are refrigerating all of your gels when they're open. They do stay good for up to 4 weeks. And if you're not going to use it in that time, make sure you are going to freeze it and then it'll stay good for up to 6 months. But you definitely want to make sure after you go ahead and open it, you want to make sure you do refrigerate it. And you can add this pretty much into anything. I add it into almost everything. In fact, I use it because I like the fact that it's a natural thickener. So if you're making like a chili or a sauce, or if you're making something along that line, like a stew or a gravy, add a couple tablespoons of your sea moss gel in, and it's actually going to help thicken it naturally. And you're adding your natural vitamins and minerals in there, which is pretty incredible. Really awesome. I do like the Wild Crafted gel. Probably one of the most ones that we use here. That one you can see there. You also have your 5-in-1 gel, which is actually pretty incredible. This is another favorite. In fact, I do have a video that I will put up the next time I'm live. This is 5-in-1. So this has your ashwagandha, which is amazing for mood support, really helps really deep and really good sleep. It really does help with overall health and also helps with immune system. You have your black seed oil, your ginger, which is incredible for digestion and really helps with things along that line. If you struggle with nausea or even with just like heartburn, things like that, ginger is incredible for that. You have your vitamin C, which is really does help and boost your immune system as well. And obviously your Irish sea moss, which absolutely is incredible with over 92 essential vitamins and minerals. This is a huge powerhouse of an immune boosting gel. If you are somebody who is looking for something like that, I would definitely go ahead and grab this one. It does have like a very ginger flavor to it, which actually is not bad. It's a little spicy ginger flavor, but it's actually really good mixed into teas. We did a sleepy time tea with this because of the ashwagandha. We also made some really awesome little recipes with a mock egg roll bowl. I like to make my own Chinese food a little healthier and added some of this in there. It really accentuated that flavor. It was beautiful. And we can do that together too. I do have a video on that one, but this is a really incredible one for immune boosting. Now, if you're asking, well, how do I get these things? Like I said, go into the description and you will actually see Amazon storefront for True Sea Moss. And you can grab all of these items there, you guys. You can shop right on Amazon, and you can get the products there. So let's go ahead and roll more of this video. You have also sour sop. So sour sop is actually pretty incredible. If you love something that tastes a little sour, a little sweet, and has a little creaminess to it, sour sop is a quite the amazing gel. I don't think it gets enough recognition, but it is in my top three. If you were going to ask me what my top three 100% would be the apple and cinnamon, which I can't live without. That is by far my favorite. Even after trying the pumpkin gel, which is pretty incredible, and we're going to get into that in a minute. We have about a half hour left. But this is the best gel. If you were looking for something that is going to be something everybody likes, if it's a really something that you like applesauce or even like apple pie filling, this is beyond amazing. It has a perfect balance of your cinnamon, perfect balance of apple. It literally smells like an apple pie. It's amazing. So if you guys like that flavor, definitely recommend trying this. It's really, really good. Um, that's actually my number one. In fact, trying the pumpkin gel, I was kind of on the fence. In fact, while we're talking, let's just do this really quickly because my tea is going to cool off. Your gel is something you can mix into pretty much anything. We'll go ahead and roll this video so you guys can keep watching. Um, and you can mix your gel into anything, but it really does love like a warm liquid. And if you like tea, my advice to you is to try your sea moss melted, your gel melted into your teas. So this is the brand new pumpkin gel. I'm sure you guys may have seen this before. This is absolutely delicious. It is great for immunity and energy, gut health, and this actually has some cayenne pepper in it. You're probably like, you're crazy. Why would I want that? I promise you, it is absolutely amazing. Your cayenne pepper is great for metabolism. It really does help with inflammation. It doesn't have a really, really bad heat to it. It's just a little bit of warmth. It's really kind of like um, having like a shot of Fireball. Like it just has a warmth behind it. It's not like spicy hot. It also has some cinnamon, which is great for metabolism and really helps with digestion. Cinnamon's incredible. We'll get into that into another video. And it also has your pumpkin, which obviously is a superfood in itself. It's high in fiber. It has a really nice amount of beta carotene in there, which is incredible for your skin, hair, and nails. I mean, it is really amazing. So all I'm going to do is I steeped this tea. I'll show you which one that I used. This is really good. And literally you can use any tea that you like, but this is the one that I went ahead and used with the pumpkin spice. I don't recommend drinking it too late. This one is a black tea. You might want to go ahead and get one that's decaffeinated. It's nice and warm. You don't want to put your sea moss gel into something that's boiling simply because it is going to actually cook out some of the nutrients, okay? So you want to make sure that it's hot, but just not boiling. And then you're going to just put your gel in there and let that melt all in there. You're going to give it a few minutes just to make sure it's incorporated. And then you can definitely go ahead and drink it. It does not change the texture of your tea. It doesn't taste like sea moss. It actually tastes like the flavor of pumpkin and a little bit of a warmth with that cayenne. And you can also taste um, that cinnamon in there. It's quite amazing. It's really delicious. So let me go ahead. I'm going to just mix this in. And again, this one came out of the refrigerator, so it is going to take a little bit longer for it to melt in, but it definitely does melt in beautifully. Give it a few minutes. But again, you don't want to put this in boiling water because then it's going to cook out some of that nutrients. It's going to melt in, and we're going to let that sit and let that do its thing for like a minute, and we're going to take a sip. But that is one of the ways I wanted to show you that you can go ahead and use your gels. Don't be afraid. If you were a texture person, you're like, oh, that does not look good. I get it. When I first started sea moss, in fact, I bought it with my own money, and I tried the pineapple gel, and I was like, I'm not sure I like this. The texture was a little like weird. But then I learned how to use it better by incorporating it into different things. So I used to put it over cottage cheese. I did go ahead and put it in my yogurt. I ate it with my oatmeal in the morning. You definitely can add it into smoothies. You can cook with it. You can bake with it. So there are so many ways you can use your gels other than just taking 2 tablespoons per day by itself. Now, if you want to do that, go for it. A lot of people love the gels by themselves. In fact, I actually come to really like that. Now that I found like a couple flavors that were like really delicious, the apple and cinnamon, the pumpkin, and I really like the sour sop, the elderberry, and the passion fruit. Those are my top 5. And then I started realizing I really do love the flavor. So sometimes I'll break up my sea moss into 2 different like kind of times. So I'll do some in the morning because I love the energy boost that it gives me. In fact, I started really not drinking coffee too much because I was getting the jitters, heart palpitations. I was actually drinking it too much, honestly. And then I started taking sea moss, and the sea moss was giving me that sustained energy that my body needs. And I really just didn't really need so much coffee anymore. I felt alert and a sustained energy through the entire day. It wasn't like having a cup of coffee and then you get a really nice energy jolt and then you're crashing. This is not what we're talking about. This is literally a nice energy level through the entire day. Then I'll go ahead and I'll take some sea moss in the evening. My favorite way is obviously in a tea, which is absolutely incredible. And I will sip on this like in the morning, in the evening, like right after dinner. And it actually helps give me that calm that my body needs because it helps working on those muscle relaxation, your mood support, which is really helping with that anxiety and really helping with that calming effect. You're getting your magnesium level that you really want from the sea moss, and it's really going to help with that calm, which is incredible. So it's really delicious. Let me go ahead and take a little sip. It's so good. It's so soothing. Now, let me tell you, if you are actually not feeling well, if you have a sore throat, this is actually going to help coat your throat and really soothe it as well. So this is perfect for this time of year. This is really good if you struggle with like gut health or you get indigestion or have upset stomach. This is actually going to help coat the inside, the lining of your stomach. It's a prebiotic, it's a probiotic. It's going to help heal your gut and help really level off that microbiome and really help with your gut health. It's incredible. Like I said, all of the products that you see on True Sea Moss, they will have the same effect. I have a love affair with these gels simply because of that mucilagenic effect. But they have so many different other products that you can go ahead and try. They do have the gels we just went over. They do have the capsules, which if you just strictly want like a vitamin to take, the capsules are really nice. 4 capsules is all you need for the recommended dosage. And in fact, they are actually not that big. They're probably like the size of like maybe like a Tylenol. I like to actually mix these up throughout the day. So I'll either take 2 in the morning, 2 at night, or I'll do like 2 of the capsules and then do like 1 tablespoon of the gels. So my advice to you, if you're going to mix up your products, just because I know I get a little bored with the same one over and over again. You definitely want to make sure you're keeping in with the recommended dosage, and you want to make sure that you are going to half that if you are going to take like 2 different products. So just keep that in mind. We also have these incredible gummies. So let me go ahead and grab these for you. There's actually, I have 3 different ones here, but they actually have other ones too that we can talk about. I have those on the way. So elderberry, right now, elderberry is huge because of the cold and flu season, right? How many of you have actually bought elderberry syrup? You guys, that's not cheap. That is actually pretty expensive. And I actually have not even bought sea moss, not sea moss, elderberry in a very long time. I actually started taking the elderberry sea moss and I just haven't bought the elderberry syrup. They have it in 2 different ways. You can absolutely purchase it in the pouch, which is a travel pouch. And they also have this really awesome little container here. So it doesn't matter which way you purchase, they're both exactly the same. They have magnesium, potassium, sodium, Irish sea moss extract, your burdock root, your bladderwrack extract, and your elderberry in there. And each one is 1 month supply, so that's 60 gummies. So you're gonna have a 30-day supply. 2 gummies is your recommended dosage. They have no added sugars. The sugar in here in all of their products is from the goodness of the fruit that they're using or the monk fruit that they're putting in there for added sweetness. They simply do not add sugars to it. It's all coming natural. It's all natural sugars. They are made in the USA. They're gluten free. They're vegan. They are really good. They don't have like shellfish or anything like that in them. If you have like a shellfish allergy, there's no peanuts in them. So they're really good for like allergens as well. Obviously, if you do have allergies, you want to make sure it's safe for you. But Really delicious gummies. Two is all you need in any of their gummies. They do have the elderberry one, which is really good for immune support. And let me go ahead. We have only 20 minutes left, so I have to talk a little faster. They look like these cute little bears. In fact, they're really delicious. They have a great chew to them, and they're not too sticky on your teeth, which I like. They also have your ashwagandha gummies, which are pretty incredible. You have 1,800 milligrams of ashwagandha in these, including your sea moss, your burdock root, and your bladderwrack. These are incredible for calm, for sleep, for mood support. Really, really nice. I definitely love these. They're definitely one of my favorites. I actually only have a little bit left in here. Again, two is all you need for the recommended dose for the entire day. You also have your regular sea moss gummies. Now, my opinion is if you have kids, this is something I think you guys would really enjoy giving these to your kids. They only have 3 grams of sugars, and again, natural sugars from fruit juices, things along that line. Nothing artificial in here. They come in all different flavors, so they do have like the green apple, the lemon, the orange, the cherry, and they do have like an elderberry kind of flavor. And they are really delicious. They do have, let's see, 1,200 milligrams of Irish sea moss extract, burdock root, bladderwrack, and they have potassium, magnesium, sodium, and Irish sea moss. So really delicious. If you were going to give this to your child, I would say younger than like 6. You may want to do only one, so this way they're getting the proper dosage. But also, always go ahead and consult their pediatrician. Like I said. So those are the 3 that I have here. But if you look on Amazon, on True Sea Moss Amazon, the link is right in that description. They have apple cider vinegar gummies. That's a 10-in-1 blend. I don't have them here. I would show them to you. They also have another one of just sea moss. And that particular one is an extra strength formula with 3,000 milligrams instead of the 1,200. So you guys can check those out on the Amazon storefront. Now, some of the ways I use sea moss is I take it by itself. Everything has like recommended dosages in there. So the gummies are 2 gummies per day. The gels, any of the gels are 2 tablespoons per day. You do have your capsules we just saw or 4 per day. And they have other items too. They're always coming out with them. In fact, when I say they have limited time flavor, like the pumpkin, they actually just made their last batch, so they're not gonna make any more of this one. Once they run out, that's it. And this one won't come back in stock until next season. So if you want to try pumpkin, which I really do recommend doing, in fact, we're going to do a whole live on pumpkin, and I'm going to do some cooking with it. We're going to do some recipes, some savory ones. I think it's really amazing in recipes. I just love cooking and mixing in the gels. It's just my favorite thing to do. But the pumpkin is limited time flavor, so that won't be around for long. So if you guys want to grab it, I definitely recommend doing so. But they also sold out of like 3 of my favorites. I'm so upset. They had like matcha greens, which they sold out of. They also have like sea moss drops, all 3 blends. They had elderberry, they had like a strawberry with spirulina in it, and then they had an extra strength apple for like workout. Um, all 3 sold out, and then their electrolytes sold out. I was so upset. Hopefully they'll get those back in stock, and as soon as they do, you know for sure I'll be showing those to you. So that's what I mean. Sometimes when I say limited time only, that really does mean that. They tend to sell out pretty quickly. Some other ways I love to use sea moss is not just by itself. I like to use it in recipes. Like I said, acts like a natural thickener. You can also just mix it in. When I tell you just mix it in, the one that I use the most for that is the wild crafted one because it's unflavored. It's not going to alter the flavor with whatever you're eating. But I do that for dips. So think about like hummus, salsa, your ranch dips, your avocado, like your like your guacamole, things like that. Just mix in some sea moss. Do a tablespoon or 2 of whatever you're already eating. Put it in, mix it in. You're not even going to taste it. It's literally just like adding salt. And it's so delicious. And then you're going to get those added nutrients your body needs, which is incredible. And if you're using it to feed your family with, like me, like I cook, for all my family, and then you can give them the nutrients and they won't even know. In fact, many times I will add sea moss into recipes and I'll just like sit there, let them eat it and finish it. And I'll just be like, you just ate sea moss. And they'll be like, I didn't taste it. It's like, yeah, you did. You're welcome. So I really do recommend mixing it into anything. It's really delicious and it really does add that added nutrients in. You could put it in your dips, your salad dressings. So even if you get the pre-made salad dressings, just put a little of the gel in, mix it up, and put it over your salad. Super, super simple. Your oatmeal, my favorite way to eat this apple and cinnamon gel is to actually make my oatmeal unsweetened. Use a little bit of like oat milk with it, a little bit of honey, and then I'll do a tablespoon of the apple and cinnamon gel. Mix it in. It's absolutely incredible, really delicious. You also could put it in smoothies. Like literally, we are going to do a lot of this, but my favorite way absolutely is with the teas right now. I'm kind of obsessed with making the teas. There are so many different ways you can do this. And this is what I was talking about with the sleepy time tea, actually. I went ahead and got some chamomile tea, which is really good for sleep. And then I went ahead and added that 5-in-1 gel we were talking about with the ashwagandha in there because ashwagandha is incredible for sleep. And mixed a tablespoon in there with a little honey. That is all I did and it was really delicious. It actually does help with helping you soothe yourself at night with a nice warm drink, but also adding those vitamins and minerals in. And that ashwagandha is really going to work on your mood support and really help with relaxation, which is incredible. Here's a little video of me making this little tea that I'm actually drinking now, but I actually made it more of like a dessert because I wanted to, because I wanted something creamy with a little bit of sweetness to it. And this is exactly what I came up with. Now, you can use whatever kind of creamer you want. You can use milk, you can use oat milk, you can use almond milk, you can literally use coffee creamer. It just depends which one you want. So you guys can see I'm just adding like a tablespoon in there. Hold on. I did go ahead and add some honey. And then I mixed in the tablespoon of the pumpkin gel. Okay. Now, I know it has the cayenne in there, you guys, and you're like, I don't want a spicy tea. It's not hot. You hardly even taste it. And by adding also the cream in, I frothed up half and half, and made it really nice and fluffy, poured it over top, and then just sprinkled in some of that cinnamon. It was incredible, you guys. It was so delicious. My personal favorite way to actually drink tea right now. And it's the perfect time for it, you guys. Honestly, we are in that pumpkin apple spice kind of um season right now and it's the perfect time to do that. So, so good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? We have 10 minutes left. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this. I will be online on live again. Let me see if I can pull up my schedule. Let's see. You're going to have a couple of us live streamers on. The next time I will be live is on Veterans Day if you guys would like to tune in for that. But just make sure you're following or subscribing to this YouTube channel so you can get notifications when one of us do go live. We have our grandma on here and I love her, Tammy. She's so sweet. She's absolutely adorable and she has information for those of you that are maybe over 50 plus. You also have Katie, which you saw the other day. She's full of information and really awesome for like the scientific backing to CMOS. And she has some incredible recipes as well. You also have Jake, who will be on here doing workouts, I believe. He's really good with workouts and that kind of information. So make sure you are subscribing because you definitely want to make sure you are getting in on the fun. We have a ton of holiday things coming up for you guys, and some really awesome information. Like right now, that is a little recipe of the tea that we just made. And again, you can grab that pumpkin tea, pumpkin gel, sorry, or the apple cinnamon or any of the products behind you in the True CMOS Amazon page. That link is in that little description there. But feel free to go ahead and take a little screenshot of this one. I think you guys would really enjoy it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to keep on going with this video. And you guys can kind of watch that. We have about 10 minutes, and I'll show you some of the other products as that rolls. I'm a very visual person, so I really do like to see things and read things on my own. So I thought this little video would be really good for you guys to watch, especially even when this does publish, then you can watch it on your own and really understand like the information that we're giving you, or even rewatch the recipes or something along that line. Because like I said, I am more of like a visual person myself, and sometimes when someone just talks to me, it kind of goes in one ear out the other. But if I can read something or watch something, it actually helps me comprehend it a little bit more. So, and again, if you guys have any questions, feel free. Don't be afraid. I don't mind answering questions in the chat box. Literally, even if it's like my family's favorite recipes with sea moss, or favorite flavors, or what I would choose for a certain person, or whatever. Really, we are here for you guys. We are here to help you understand CMOS, the benefits it's been helping us. And what I love about True CMOS here, you guys, is we are from all different lifestyles. Not all of us are just here just for workouts or something along that line. We are all on a health journey together. And I hope I encouraged you to actually want to be healthier, maybe start some CMOS or have questions about it, and really inquire about the benefits of what CMOS can actually do for you. Because for me, it's been absolutely life changing. And I cannot say that enough. My husband takes it, both of my boys take it, and we have been really enjoying the benefits to it. It's been helping with allergies. It's been really incredible for all different reasons, for calm and things like that, for healing. It's just one of these things that I really think that you all would absolutely benefit from. And again, we all are different. So you're going to feel some benefits that I don't, and I'm going to feel benefits that you don't. This is not a race about having to see how quickly you're going to feel those benefits. The most important thing is to stay consistent, like with anything, like with any exercise or any supplement or even medication you're on. It's about consistency. It's about really following through, taking it every single day, and being mindful of the healthier options in life that you can do for yourself. So, for me, what I've been starting to do is trying to be really mindful of what we're eating in the house. I've actually been trying to get more whole foods and vegetables and fruits, lean proteins, and doing some that are really easy to grab and go. So this way we're not going and taking some of the like junkier kind of foods, which are usually the easiest to grab when you're hungry and you're busy, right? So I'm really trying to do some meal prepping and really trying to have healthier options in the house. Also adding CMOS into those healthier options, and also having the CMOS available for my family the way that they like to take it, so it's easy for them to go ahead and take their vitamins as well. This is like an all-in-one vitamin from the sea, you guys. It's a major superfood, and it definitely has over 92 essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs. And you probably don't even realize your body needs them until you start trying and taking it. I didn't know how deficient I was in some of these things, and started I until I started taking CMOS and seeing those benefits. I would say within a month, my life has been like improved drastically. The sleep, I really have trouble getting myself to sleep. I had a racing mind. I just felt like I couldn't relax. My body was tired, but I wasn't. I was like tired but wired. Um, Adding these minerals and vitamins like magnesium and the ashwagandha and the sea moss with all those vitamins and minerals in there into my daily diet has been incredible for my sleep health. It also has been supporting for overeating. I don't feel like I'm doing as much like overeating or binge eating. I definitely have more portion control, which is super important. Gut health, that's a whole nother level. I mean, if you struggle with using the bathroom. We're not gonna Nobody needs to know all the details, let's be real. But it's a fact of life. And if you do struggle with that, CMOS can actually help you. In fact, I feel like that mucilagenic kind of like effect that CMOS gel has coats the inside of your lining of your stomach, but also makes it easier to use the bathroom. And actually, with the fiber in there, actually helps you use the bathroom more efficiently and more often, which is exactly what you want. So, I mean, I'm going to go on and on about CMOS because somebody's going to listen, because you know what? We all are struggling. In this world, I feel like everything easy is really not very good for you. And CMOS is actually an easy thing for you guys to incorporate into your diet. So I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed. We're going to do this together. We're going to research this together. We're going to find ways that you guys can stick with taking CMOS, because when you start feeling those benefits, you're going to be like, why have I not started this sooner? So definitely click that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys coming in and watching. Feel free to go ahead and watch this replay. And again, in the description, you are going to see the links to True Sea Moss Amazon storefront. You'll also see my personal links if you're even interested in that. But feel free to go follow everybody there, and make sure you shop the True Sea Moss storefront for all the items that I showed you today and talked to you about today. And we will be live again with each other. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Have a blessed, very healthy, restful rest of your Sunday, and have a great week. I will see you guys again on, what did I say? Veterans Day. I think today that's going to be the next time. No, I'm sorry. Yes. So the 11th. I'll see you guys back on the 11th. And I will see you guys then. So have a very wonderful night, and don't forget to take your sea moss. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, my name is Tiffany, and thanks for subscribing and watching to the True Sea Moss True Sea Moss Wellness community. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and a great week. I'll see you guys.